I give you my word as a
My God, this speech is scaring the shit out of me.
Not because of me, but because of who you are. We're going to end cancer as we know it. Mark my words.
Christ.
We're going to create millions of new jobs in a clean energy economy.
You guys could probably hear
that. We're going to make the 21st century another.
This is the craziest shit I've watched in a while. This man is out of his mind, and he's basically declared war on half this country, guys. I'm sick to my stomach watching this tonight. I gotta tell you.
Not on the politics of grievance.
Not on the politics of grievance. His entire fucking speech is grievance.
Everyone else has to fail. They believe.
The level of gaslighting going on is like something I've never experienced.
I believe America is big enough for all of us to succeed. That is the nation we're building. The nation where no one is left behind. I ran for president because I.
What the fuck is this backdrop? What the fuck is this backdrop he has?
I believe the soul is the breath, the life.
I'm having serious like
The soul is what makes us us.
I'm having like really weird like deja vu feelings right now too, guys. I can tell you, like weird deja vu feelings right now. This speech is giving me such weird feelings I can't describe to you right now. I feel like I'm listening to something very bad. Are you guys watching this?
Must be defended, for democracy makes all.
These are the rantings of an insane person, and there's these people cheering and clapping. It's really fucked up. And this backdrop he's got with the brick red and the Marines on the back.
Democracy begins and will be preserved.
Guys, men, women, Americans, I feel like we're at a precipice here.
Optimism that is tested yet endures. Courage.
I know I'm on the right side.
When we need it. Empathy.
This guy.
Democracy.
Anybody who believes anything coming out of this man's mouth tonight,
look,
they're gone. They're lost. They can't be helped.
It always has been. Notwithstanding those folks you hear on the other side there.
Is anybody like who's buying this?
Democracy.
I would be playing it for you guys, but I can't. I can't risk it to my channel. You should be able to hear it though.
Nothing they've ever suffered from.
That was what I was watching Tucker too.
Common sense tells us that opportunity, liberty, and justice for all are.
Liberty and justice for all. He says these things and contradicts them. I just turned it off by accident. Damn it. I meant to turn up the volume. Sorry.
In a democracy, we've never fully realized
what's up? Smoke Steve, what's up, buddy?
But every generation has opened those doors a little bit wider to include more people who have been excluded before. My fellow Americans, America is an idea. The most powerful idea in the history of the world.
I agree.
And it beats in the hearts of the people.
Everything that Joe Biden is doing tonight is an antithesis to that.
The idea that America.
Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden. That's what I'm saying after this speech of his tonight. He's made me sick, physically sick to my stomach tonight.
You can't achieve. That's who we are. That's what we stand for. That's what we believe. That's precisely what we're doing. Opening doors, creating possibilities, focusing on the future. And we're only just beginning.
This is all just everything he just said. Throw it away. It's just all like it's bullshit for the morons out there, for the normies. He already said.
And this work is the work of democracy.
Let me go. I'll go back so you can hear. Can I go back? No, I can't.
We can't afford to leave anyone on the side.
I'll play clips here, and I'm going to let this play out, and I'm going to talk about it.
Speak out, get engaged, vote, vote, vote.
Right. He just spent the whole night calling his. He literally just spent the whole night calling his political opponents terrorists who are going to destroy the earth.
We, all of us here, we kept the faith. We preserved democracy.
What?
We heeded our worst. We heeded not our worst instincts, but our better angels.
Fuck you! Democrats have said every election they've lost since the year 2000 was stolen. Fuck you, Joe Biden. Fuck you. Fuck you, Democrats. Sorry, guys. I've had a few beers, and he is just pissing me off way more than I thought he would. I cannot contain it. I'm just like...
That's our soul. That's who we truly are. And that's who we must always be.
This cretin talking about the American soul. Fuck, he does not know a thing about it. I am disgusted that there are Marines behind him while he says this shit.
Secure our democracy. That for the next 200 years,
there are Marines standing behind him as he demonizes half the population as basically Nazis.
We are the United States of America.
United. We're united against my political opponents.
May God protect our nation, and may God protect all those who stand watch over our democracy. God bless you all. Democracy.
We're a republic, not a democracy. We don't have a democracy. We have a republic.
Finishing a 24-minute speech at
right.
Independence Hall in Philadelphia, he said, "As he stands."
All right, I'm not gonna go through them. I'm not gonna watch CNN anymore at this point, guys. That was way worse than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, Biden spent the entire speech just describing his political opponents, Republicans, people who vote for Trump, all of us. That's what the whole thing was, as imminent threats to democracy. And he gave no examples or anything. Didn't mention the fact that he's the one and his party are the ones in charge of the country. They're the ones in charge of everything. Not Republicans, not Trump. They are. And basically said if these people, they're antithesis to this country. I mean, he said, he basically said that anybody who denies the election results where I won, those people are enemies of democracy. But, like, he just completely ignores the fact that, and I talk about this a lot on my channel, the fact that since the year 2000, every election that Democrats have lost, they claim was stolen. And, guys, look, this is particularly impactful on me because, look, I got into politics pretty early. I got in like age of 9 or 10 when the Desert Storm War started. I got hooked on the media. I got hooked on CNN watching the war, and I was hooked from there on out. I watched it all through. I was into the Clinton administration. I was coming to age during the Bush years, and so I have a very long track record of this stuff. All right, so it's annoying, and I know that, you know, in the Bush years, they claimed the election was stolen. They call it the Bush regime. They rioted at Bush's inauguration. They attacked Bush's motorcade, okay? Bush's motorcade at his inauguration in 2000 had to speed off. It had to speed off. Michael Moore did a documentary about this. You can find it. He talks about how this never had happened before. And his whole reasoning in all this is that Bush clearly stole this election. This happened because Bush stole the election. It's never happened before. So, guys, Democrats never accept elections that they lose. And then for Biden to get on national TV and say that Republicans are some sort of national domestic threat to democracy because some Republicans deny that Biden won the election is scary. It's scary because the media, CNN, should have instantly come on and been like, okay, we're going to fact check all the lies Biden talked about. No, none of that. They're coming on. They're going to repeat his lies. They're going to bolster his lies. And that's the whole plan here, everybody. I'm here to tell you. They're going to outlaw political opposition. They're going to, when he talks about unity, all he's saying is that he's building a coalition against his political opponents. I'm going to build this coalition. You guys are over here. I'm over here. I have unity against you. Look at all the press conferences that have been going on this week with Jean-Pierre. I can't even say her name. KJP. She just says how clear Biden is. He's so clear. He's clear, everybody. Stop asking me. He's so clear that anybody who is a political opponent to Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. They're an attack on them. They've been attacking democracy. They attack our rights. It's like they're not even the ones in charge. It's like the fact that that can even occur in the first place is very disturbing. It makes me sick to my stomach. Especially if you watch the press conferences during the Trump years. If Kellyanne McKinney or Simone, not Simone Sanders, or Sarah Sanders, I forget her name, or Spicer, any of them said anything that the media thought was bullshit, they would call them on it immediately. But they do not do it to KJP. They did not do it to the other one, to Raggedy Ann. And that's what's so disturbing. And so, like, the only reason that this is allowed to happen is because they allow it. I don't know, folks. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you got the DOJ and the FBI, whistleblowers coming out. You got the DOJ saying, threatening whistleblowers now. The FBI clearly being driven against Democrats' political opponents now for a while, 6 or 7, 8 years, maybe longer. You got Biden going out there saying that Republicans are domestic threats. Republican voters are domestic threats. I'm telling you guys, I've been saying forever. This has been my driving message for going back to before I even had a YouTube channel. I used to post on internet forums before I did this. You can go out and find it if you search my name. My whole thing has been, these people are dangerous because they cast everything as like this crazy crisis, and that makes them dangerous because if they can justify that in their heads, their actions in their heads, that I'm saving the world, then somebody give me a $20 super chat. I'll address that in a minute. But look, folks, these people are dangerous because they cast everything as like a crisis that only they can solve. The democracy, the earth, all of it's in danger unless they are in charge. And so they are just going to demonize us in the worst possible terms. We've been through this in history, folks. That's what's so crazy about this. We've seen this over and over in history. It's funny. You'll see these news broadcasts where they have their own folks on talking about the otherizing of people and this sort of thing. That's what they're doing. That's what this all is. They're otherizing us. And unfortunately, I have very bad feelings about all of this because as long as the media plays along with it, they're going to be able to get away with it. And they're going to be able to increasingly shave off sections of people to the point that those of us that actually stand against them are like 30% of the population. KJP said that she was asked, who are these extreme people? And she said, those that, and I bring it up here, I'm not prepared to do this, I'm just ranting right now. She said the people that disagree with the majority of people are the extreme people. She said that. Can you believe that? She said, and I'm going to have to find it here. I'm going to roll. If I stop, hold on. I may have it right here. If I stop, I'm going to be totally screwed. All right. Anyway, she said that. She said, if you disagree with what the majority is, then you are the extreme. Look it up. Which is Orwellian and authoritarian and totalitarian and just scary, coming from the podium of the White House. That's a scary thing, coming from the podium of the White House. And by the way, what's the approval of the White House? It's under 40%. It's around the mid to high 30s. That's way under a majority. So what does that mean? It means that by their own definition, they are the extremists. And yet, did anybody in the press pool ask them about that? Did they follow up? Did they say, hey, by the way, you are under 40% approval. Does that mean you're extreme? No, nobody did that. Nobody did that at ABC, CBS, ABC, CNN, MSNBC. Nobody did that. Folks, that's a reason to be frightened. That's a reason to be frightened. And you know what? I'm fine when the Republicans in office and they are super on point like that and they do that. Go back and look at Trump press conferences. Every single thing that Kellyanne McKinney or Sanders or any of those people said, they were right on point to battle them on it. Not so with this administration. And let me tell you, authoritarianism requires a support base, an institutional support base. And the Democrats and Joe Biden have that support base. Donald Trump doesn't have it. Republicans don't have it. They are the focus of all ire in our society right now. Turn on the TV, turn on whatever it is. They are the focus of ire, and they're out of power. They have no power. So, I got to tell you, and somebody just gave me a $50 super chat. Holy shit. Mike Eyeballs. Anybody else here showing up for work tomorrow? If you are, dangerous.